C55 out. A little foggy night. So just kind of wanted to talk about, a lot of people want to say that this car is reliable and it's bulletproof, which I sort of agree with, but at the same time it's not very true. You know, it is a 20-year-old car at this point. So what can you expect from that? Well, maybe in 2005, 2006 when this thing came out, compared to the S-Class and the E-Class, which had the compressors, and, you know, the M5, the M3 at the time, yeah, this thing is a lot more reliable back then. But nowadays, it is a 20-year-old car. So you just got to deal with what comes with that, which means everything that's rubber, everything that's plastic, that's every bushing in the suspension, every cooling hose, every seal within the engine, it's all gonna go bad. So it's gonna have its leaks, it's gonna have its suspension issues, it's gonna have its issues with the cooling system, because those plastic parts are just gonna go. But as far as the engine and transmission, yeah, this thing's pretty bulletproof. I gotta agree on that. But yeah, and if you bought it, you know, 10, 15 years ago, it would have still been great. It would have still been very, very solid. But nowadays, it's not the most reliable car just because of its age. So it's gonna give you some issues. And while I would say it won't leave you stranded, but if you wanna be meticulous about it, how my brother is with this car, it's not my car, it's his. I used to have a C55, the same one, and a E55, the W210. I'll attach some pictures. But I actually have a good amount of experience with this engine and this drivetrain. So with that said, I've done just about everything that could possibly go wrong on these cars, on the E and the C. And like I said, they're very reliable in a sense that they won't leave you stranded unless the crankshaft or the camshaft position sensors go, which is only $30, so it doesn't matter. But that will leave you stranded, so it sucks. And aside from that, this car is super, super solid. But it will get expensive. That's the thing. It's a 20-year-old car, so you gotta understand that. Like with my C, the white one that I had, everything went that could possibly go. Like the alternator, obviously the battery and all the stuff related to that. I even, if you guys know, if you ever sent it before sideways, you know that if you fully lock out the steering wheel, the power steering pump will go out. So I actually blew that on my white one, and my brother actually did that on this one. So while that's not something that, you know, that's the car's fault, that definitely is an issue that you will deal with if you send it sideways and you do the full lockout. But that usually won't happen unless you're doing like donuts or something. So overall, this car has been solid, but it's not like it ever left us stranding. It has, let's see, it has 82,000 on it, bought off of Cars and Bids, with I believe 58. So it's had about 24K put on it. Very hard miles, but it's been maintained amazingly. Like I said, my brother has put so much money. He's probably put over 10 to 15 grand into maintenance on this car, just upkeeping with every little rubber piece, with every little part that could possibly have any wear on it. So the only thing that's wrong with this car right now is just, you know, little rock chips in the paint, which happens if you drive the car. That's just part of it. But as far as mechanically maintained, this car is perfect. So let me get to the location and I'll do some more updates.
to be. So high, do you think of my heart? Do you have the time? Do you think of my heart? So high, do you think of my heart? Do you have the time?
As you can see, this thing does get sent sideways a bit. Now, you really can't do this on the stock C55. The only way this is allowed is because an LSD from, I believe, Quaif was installed on this thing. And unfortunately, the way these cars are set up, oh fuck, hold on, I got the rear fog light on. What's up, bro? Thank you, bro.
Nice exhaust, good sound to it, you know?
Oh, you heard it?
Yeah, I heard you down all the way over there.
I'm making a little video.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I was doing a review on it. It's my brother's car.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
It's like
It's a C55 AMG.
Or 02?
06. It's what came before the C63.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yes, sir.
Classic, bro.
Oh, yeah.
So nice, man. Nice sound to it.
I appreciate it, bro. Coming from you too in this.
Oh, yeah. This whole
appreciate
thing, you know?
that. Good luck, bro. How we going? Still get recognized. That's so funny. Bro said he heard it way down there because I did a little something. That's funny. But yeah, so the reason he heard me, I was doing a little sending sideways, but as I said, this thing does get sideways. I mean, does get sent sideways, and the only reason it's possible is because we installed an LSD on it. So without that, good luck trying to send it sideways. That open diff is shit. Unfortunately though, the traction control is still very, very limited on this car. So even with the LSD, you can do a little slow sideways action, but like if you try to go anywhere, I would say above 30 miles an hour into a corner sideways, the traction control is going to kick in even when it's on. So it's like not something you can do. Now this car did have a Eurocharge tune get flashed on it here in Round Rock, and I talked to the guys up there. I was asking if I could potentially have the traction control flash too. That way it doesn't have this limited shit kick in, but they said there's no way. So it's basically, this is just what you get. Now with that tune, if you have a 5.5 naturally aspirated engine, or even with a compressor, I definitely recommend the recharge tune, because I don't know, it didn't give it a whole lot, but it feels like this is how the car should have came stock, you know, with the LSD and all, with the 20-30 extra horsepower, whatever that tune gets you. Feels a lot better than stock. And I actually went head to head with my boy who has another C55. I'll put up a picture. And he simply couldn't catch up, so that tune definitely does something good. Oh, that's so funny. That guy with the GTR. Yep, 20 years old and this car still gets a little recognition. No, to be fair, this car gets a lot of recognition. Every time my brother goes somewhere, or even when I drive his car, I mean, people who are not even into cars give this thing thumbs up. It's insane how much attention this car gets. It's clean as fuck. Like, you really, when have you ever seen a W203 this clean? Like, imagine having this in 2005, 2006. It just has so much road presence. Nowadays, it's a little small compared to the new cars out on the road, but overall, I mean, wow, this thing is clean. Fully maintained, 82,000 miles on it. Paint has a little rock chips, but that's how you know it's driven. You won't see it right now, but I'm telling you. Oil changes every 4,000-5,000 miles on it. Always, always, always keeping up with it. Now, is it actually reliable? And what has gone wrong with this car? I'll tell you in a sec, but I'm gonna relocate. Bro, I cannot find one well-lit area where I can record. But here it is. So, what I wanted to say about the maintenance on this car is it's very expensive. This is a 20-year-old AMG, and when this car came out, it was like $60,000, which adjusted for inflation is probably like $80K nowadays. Whatever the new C63 comes out, whatever the new C63 costs, I'm pretty sure this is what it would have been at the time. This thing is fully loaded, has all the options too, so it would have been the top price. And it's maintained just like it. I mean, every bushing has been done on this car. Every control arm has been replaced. It's been lowered on BC Racing coilovers. They're not bad, but it's more so for look than performance. If you wanted to go performance, I would highly recommend spending the extra dollar on some Bilsteins or H&R. It's just, my bro couldn't find them, so had to go with these because he really wanted to get it dropped. So this was the only option. And if you get this car, I mean, be prepared to replace every damn plastic and rubber piece, every part in the suspension, some parts in the cooling system, the valves, not the valves, valve cover gaskets have been done, some other seals have been done. We did put some eBay stuff on there, that lip and that diffuser. Some of you purists might not like that, but I think it fits this car pretty well because it's black. It does have 10mm spacers front and rear with the Michelin's Pilot Sport 4S's. This thing had a paint correction on it done about a year ago, so it's a little worn off. And it could look a lot better. So, I mean, in this lighting it looks pretty decent, but during the day you can definitely see a few little micro scratches that could be fixed with a good polish and a ceramic coat. I gotta say though, this car is so good on gas. I mean, I had the 210 E55, and I don't know if it's, I don't know if it's the weight or something, but my C55, this C55, they are so good on gas. We took this car to Colorado recently. I didn't film much of that trip, but I'll attach a little something I got from there. Probably the only piece of content that I filmed or took a picture of. And so I went to Colorado. That was, I don't know how many miles. I think total it was like 1,600 miles with 13-hour overdrive there and back. So we went from Austin to Denver and spent like $800 on gas. And it's not the car's fault at all. Like I said, it is a gas saver. So we could have probably made that trip on like $400, but as you can probably see, this car was driven hard as hell the whole drive. I think we averaged like 120, 130 on the drive there, as if it was a cannonball run. It does top out at 160, so even though it says 200 on the dash, you're never gonna hit that. It actually literally runs out of gear. Fifth gear is hit at 160, and that's it. That's probably my main complaint about this car and the E55, or really all Benzes of this generation. If they were fitted with a 7-speed transmission like the C63 and the E's after this one, oh man, not only would it be a lot quicker, because this thing it's slow, it's not very fun to downshift. You kind of have to like diddle the throttle in order to make it rev match, which I don't think the car was meant to do, but it's just kind of something that we figured out. And obviously the gas mileage, because on the highway, if you're going like 60, 65, which nobody goes these days, obviously not in Texas, average here is like 85, but if you're going like 65 to 70 on the highway with this thing, oh man, it's a gas saver. Around the city, if you're not flooring it, it's a gas saver. But once you start going like 80, or if you start flooring it, yeah, it eats through fuel. So in Texas, driving around through Texas highways, going like 85, 90 miles an hour or above, yeah, it eats bad. So that's what I'm saying, like those 2 extra gears, if I could put it in like a 7th gear, have the RPMs at 2K instead of 3,500, 4K, oh yeah, this thing would be amazing on gas. Because for a V8, shit, it's crazy good on gas. When I had my white one in 2018 with the Trump gas prices at like $1.70 per gallon for regular gas anyway, bro, it was like $25, $30 to fill it up. Would last for a long time. This thing, man, is just so good. The interior is just as clean. Don't mind that. Don't mind the little charger. It's very clean. Like I said, this car was purchased off of Cars and Bids. And it was very maintained by the prior owner. And it is very maintained by this owner. I mean, look at this thing. Got the tripod, don't mind that. So clean. Don't mind the micro. Look at this thing. right there. Can't see a whole lot of it, but very, very clean. And I love this feature right here. I don't know if I could do it with my hand. There you go. The hood pops all the way up. I mean, this thing is a beauty to work on. Anyway, with that said, I have a lot of experience with these cars. A lot. I'm talking about one 210 E55, one of these but in white. My boy got one of these and I worked on this car a lot. I worked on my cars a lot. My other homie has had 3 of these, which I also got to work on and drive pretty hard. And then my other friend had 2 of these and a S-Class compressor, which I also got to work on. So, man, I literally have so much hours spent driving this drivetrain, working on it, replacing pulleys. I don't know what's going on here, but let me tell you, these cars are pretty reliable, aside from the fact that they're all the shit. So the bushings, will go. Seals in the engine will go. You might get an alternator that also goes, which happened to me, happened to my boy. And aside from that, I should be pretty straight. So if you can handle this car's repair bills, which unless you do your own work are not cheap, and if you do your own work, it's pretty easy to work on. It really is. Unless you're doing something like intense, like I would say changing the spark plugs on this car is pretty intense. And I've gotten in there, trust me, it's so tight. Like the front ones are not that bad, but the more you get to the back, because there's 16 of them, so the further back you get, it gets really, really tight. I mean, they crammed a 5.4 in this tiny C-Class, so. Aside from that, I don't know what could go wrong with this car that would be hard for you to replace. It's the alternator, easy to get to. If the pulleys go out, easy to replace. Maybe the water pump goes, but easy to replace. It's all in the front. 2 bolts holding it, nothing bad. If you have the proper Torx tools, easy work. Parts are cheap with FCP Euro. But it's when you start taking this thing to a shop, oh man, it gets so expensive. And you'll have to be there quite a few times a year, because old ass car, things do go wrong on it. And like I said, it's never anything mechanical. It's never anything with the transmission, never anything with the engine, because they're so simple. It's a fucking 5-speed with a single overhead cam. I mean, what could go wrong? Besides the crankshaft position sensor, or maybe the conductor plate on the transmission. But very cheap, very cheap. Could even do those yourself if you want. But the goddamn bushings in the suspension and the seals in the engine with the leaks of oil, that will get you. So I would say, if you're gonna get this car, maybe have like 2-3K per year allowance for it, which you're gonna spend on strictly putting it in the shop. And also, you know, there's a little notion of, oh, I'm gonna get a low mileage car and it's gonna be better. And well, no, this one was bought with 58,000 miles and it still had all the shit needed to get done to it just because of how old it is. So don't be scared of getting a high mileage car. My E55, my 210 had 200,000 miles on it, was driven very hard, but I maintained it well. Main thing to look for is just check that, you know, the paint is good, the interior is good, and that it was generally cared for, but don't let high mileage scare you. And my white C55 I bought it with 130,000 miles, put like 40-50K on it, almost 200 that I sold it with. So I got about over 100,000 miles of experience with this drivetrain, and it's overall reliable enough to where it won't leave you stranded unless the crankshaft position sensor goes, which happened to me. But aside from that, it will not leave you stranded, but it will leave your pockets empty unless you're prepared to spend, unless you got the money for it. Because like I said, maybe this car was reliable, I mean, still reliable, but maybe this car was bulletproof or cheap to maintain 20 years ago when it came out, maybe 10 years ago when it was still relatively new, but not now. So that said, it's a fun car. A bit slow by today's standards, but still very enjoyable.